Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and a very happy Thanksgiving to you all. I am very excited. This is a toy that I've had my eye on for a couple of months now. I've been waiting for it to hit that sweet spot price. But yeah, today we have the new Jakks specific from their Super Mario Brothers line, the giant, and I mean giant-sized, Big Bad Bowser. Oh yeah. Now, you're going to see some cool artwork all over the box. The giant box, let me just tell you. He's got some light up LED action, and he is powered by Duracell. He requires 3 AA batteries, and thankfully those batteries are included. So thank you for that, Jakks. But like I said, yeah, the box is a giant, and you get this guy from Costco, and when you see it in person, you'll understand why. The box is very vibrant, very colorful, very Nintendo, very Super Mario Brothers. You get to read up on old Big Bad Bowser here in many languages. Now, he does have 15 plus Bowser sounds and some music, which, yeah, is pretty spot on by my count. And you get 13 points of articulation. He's got those light up LEDs in the mouth and some arm slashing action, which I'm definitely interested in seeing how that works. And here's the barcode. And it's funny because I've had a lot of people tell me ever since I've started posting about this, oh, I've already got this. I have this one. It's the one that has the breath and it shoots the flames and all that kind of stuff. That's the movie one. This is a Costco exclusive, so you can only get him at Costco. I will tell you that, in all honesty, they really haven't been selling, and I think it's partly because of the price, which was initially around 69, 70 bucks, right? Which, for a toy for children, kids kind of want to play video games. But when I saw it, I went, oh my God, why didn't this exist when I was a kid? So finally, like I said, it hit the sweet spot price of $40. So you can pick this up, whether or not you see this video before December 7th. You can go to your Costco and hopefully get one for $40. Now, the cool part for some people is that they've written in and they've found it as low as $15. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on mine because Costco will change the price if you get it within a 30-day period. So if mine goes down to 15 or anything lower than 40, rest assured I'm going to customer service and having them alter the price most definitely. But in the meantime, though, this is going to be an absolute blast. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new, humongous, ginormous, Big Bad Bowser from the Jakks Pacific Super Mario toy line. And right before we get started, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who continues to watch my Nintendo videos. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Why? Well, we have old toys, new toys, daily news updates. Guarantee you'll find something here that you'll like. And with that all out of the way, let's go ahead and check out this Big Bad Bowser, which I'm going to tell you, he is enormous. This is a giant fun toy. I could see kids really enjoying this, though if they like Nintendo, Super Mario, Bowser, and all of that. For me, if I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, this would have been amazing. And now that I'm older, I can buy it for myself, and yeah, I'm equally as happy. But the details on this, from front to back, shell, the spikes, the horns, his red hair, all of the detail, all the paint, everything is beautifully crafted. And Jakks does such a beautiful job with all of this with their Nintendo line. Now, for me personally, Bowser, even though he's a little bit bigger than Mario in most cases, has been known to be giant, especially when he gets a hold of a Power Star, or it's just how the game we're playing ultimately wants to portray him. But yes, I think of Bowser in many sizes, but a giant Big Bad Bowser is most definitely needed for the collection. Although, I will tell you, this is definitely not going to be in the vein of Bowser's Fury, although Jakks, I would not be opposed to a figure of that as well. So now that being said, yes, because I collect the 5-inch Mario line as well as the 2.5-inch, yeah, this will be a much needed Bowser for your collection because he's a Big Bad Bowser. And as I previously said, a lot of people went out of their way to tell me, oh man, I already have this Bowser. Well, now you can clearly see. The little one is the movie one that has the smoke effect, and it's awesome. It's one of my favorite toys. But this Big Bad Bowser is a definitely dwarfing this one. Even when you show him next to King Boo, Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's nice to have these giant-sized characters that really match the video games we all know and love. But so now, all of that being said, let me show you what this Bowser does. But, of course, we got to put some batteries in this guy. So if you look down here, you're going to see these release tabs on the shell. And that is going to allow you to open up the shell, pull it off, and then you're going to see the battery compartment as well as the on-off switch right here. So simple enough. All you're going to want to do is grab a little mini screwdriver, get the batteries out of the packaging, make sure they're going the right way, and just simply screw on the cover. Don't screw it up too tight, because if you need to quickly get in there and pull the batteries out, it's a lot easier to do so. But you hit that on switch, and Bowser is coming to life. Now, real quick, the shell itself is really cool, and a lot of times in Mario games, Bowser would spin in his shell and knock Mario. Let's go ahead and grab a Mario here and really do some damage in that sense. Now, you kind of have to excuse the holes in the shell, but it's very cool. But I digress. Back to the Bowser. So what you're going to want to do with the shell is simply slip it over the top two spikes, and then it just becomes kind of a finagling. That's the best way to describe it. And eventually, you'll get it back onto his back. So there you go. Everything looks mint, pristine, and ready to rock and roll. So in the case of the articulation, you do get some minor articulation, legs, knees, a little bit of feet articulation. It's really nothing crazy. If you have the original Jakks-specific world of Nintendo Bowser, you kind of understand where you're going with the articulation. But he's got sounds this time around, especially when you start pressing on his toenails, which is on both feet, which I think is pretty cool. So in the sense of him walking and jumping and running towards Mario, yeah, he definitely comes to life in that sense. Now, the arms are kind of in a stuck position, but at least he has some wrist rotation, although I wish that he had some finger articulation so he could hold a Mario figure. But as you can clearly see, moving the arms creates sound. He also has a tail in the back, which in some sense, it kind of becomes a stability platform. But returning to the back with those spikes up at the top, if you move them up and down, which kind of remind me of a controller in some sense, you'll move the arms, the jaw will move, and he'll make sounds, and that is just cool overall. So you get to clearly hear the sounds, the roars, which definitely changes from time to time. And in a way, it's kind of a toy that has some secret elements, much like all of the Mario games. So if you look at all the spikes, one of them has to do something, right? It's probably this one right here. So if you push it, it will then, again, bring Bowser to life. He will roar and growl and snarl, and, well, I'll let you hear some of them. But you get the idea. But not only that, if you hold down the exact same spike about 3 seconds, well, this happens. And so the story of Bowser is complete. You have an amazing looking toy. He can run with his stomping sounds. You can move his arms. He'll snarl and growl. You can have Mario, which the 5-inch is perfect. He can chase him just like the video games. And the best part is that if you collect 2.5-inch play sets, the 5-inch Marios, heck, you can do the 2.5-inch Mario as well. But you beautifully recreate the games. And if you have a Nintendo collection or a man cave, something like that, you can definitely have some fun with displayability. You can knock down blocks and, well, let me just, there we go. Wow, Bowser, you did it. And Mario can't escape to the next level. But like I said, that is perfection itself, especially from the front view. So again, if you are a collector of Nintendo and you have all of the Jakks-specific 5-inch figures, yeah, I would say look no further than this Costco exclusive Big Bad Bowser. Now, one other thing that's really cool, and it's kind of something that I wish was a little bit easier to do in some senses, or you didn't have to go this route to do it, but when you get him in this position, and I found that you kind of have to move the legs a little bit, but pushing him down creates the fire blast. Now, the one gripe that I have is that I wish he didn't have to be pushed down so far. That's the only thing. To shut the lights off and show you, it is really vibrant. So it does glow. It does create a nice red fiery effect. You can see it right there on my hand. It kind of has like a smoldering kind of look. I'll show you the top-down version right here. That is awesome. That is very cool to see. But again, like I said, my one gripe is that I wish he didn't have to go so far down. You could see kind of more of the fiery breath. If you have been collecting the other larger electronic Super Mario figures like Yoshi and It's-a-me Mario, yeah, these all go together well as well. And the next figure up is Princess Peach, which should be hitting anytime now. So be on the lookout for Princess Peach. So that's going to wrap it up for my quick look at the brand new Jakks specific Costco exclusive, which is wild, the Big Bad Bowser. Now, a couple things is that this figure, if it had come out 20 years ago, my God, this is an amazing toy. Jakks, pat yourself on the back for this one. But my hopes is that more kids see it. And I think at the initial price point, it was a little bit too high. 40 bucks and lower, that's definitely the sweet spot. So if you know a kiddo or a collector for the Christmas holiday season that needs a Big Bad Bowser in their collection, definitely head to your Costco. So you have heard my thoughts, and now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Big Bad Bowser. And until the next one, I will leave you guys with that. Adios.